Oh, we are live. Hello.
At least as far as I can tell.
I still don't have any audio in my cans.
I don't have any audio off your mic.
See, what's that all about?
Welcome to You People, where us people can't figure out our new system.
It's complicated, you guys. I just leave them for Armstrong. I can hear you guys. I don't need to hear computer noises.
Yeah, but we can't hear your mic.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I don't know, man. Maybe that's why no one was sitting here.
Not able to get me now, though. No,
Aw, snaps.
Here we go.
Eat that mic a little more. Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah, there you
Okay, so if I talk like this, we're good?
go. Yeah.
I can't guarantee I'm going to be able to stay forward like
But
this
you
the
can
whole show.
also, move that closer to you.
Ooh, maybe.
I would
Then
also-
I got to move my drugs.
I would also ask that you move your water bottle because we're not doing a promo for Arrowhead.
Fine. Move my water bottle.
Arrowhead.
I like how you conveniently place your PBR, though, for maximum effect.
Because PBR is the beer of champions.
Fuck, I want a beer sponsorship, don't you?
Fuck yeah,
I
dude.
mean-
yeah.
I want a pot sponsorship. I want
Yeah, well-
I want you to have a beer sponsorship. I want a Rockstar sponsorship.
Yeah.
I bet I could get Hamel to switch to Camels if we got a nicotine sponsorship.
No, fuck camels, can't do them.
You're just gonna smoke them cowboy killing Marlboros for the rest of your life.
Yes, I is.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Live outside your comfort zone sometimes, buddy.
I've tried, man. I've tried, but it just doesn't work.
What's your favorite part about living outside of your comfort zone?
Experience new things.
What's your favorite new thing you experienced since we last had a podcast?
Oh, man. Wow. It's
Hear him get excited. He's like,
Well,
so many things have happened.
a lot of
I
things
touched
have
a
happened.
boob.
Yeah.
I touched a butt.
I did. I did.
Is that your favorite? What was your favorite?
Just dating again, I guess.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun. It's
And
fun
this
while
was
it
without
lasted.
the aid of the internet, correct?
What's that?
This was without the aid of the internet?
That is true. I didn't need any internet help for this one at all. In fact, I've never got any help from the fucking internet for dating, so it's a fucking pointless fucking venture.
Ooh, can we reference old podcasts?
I suppose so, but they're never going to... Yeah, there's no cough buttons, Hamill.
Sorry.
So we had to use your words bit for a while, where it was modify Hamill's Tinder account profile.
It was, it didn't go.
Roger Norquist fucked it up really bad one
He
day.
did.
Like butchered it.
But like it didn't do me any good anyway, so it didn't matter. I don't know. I hear people like, oh yeah, I get matches. I'm like, I don't get matches at all, man. Like,
I bet they're paying for matches.
You got to use the tactic. You always swipe right. Always.
I've tried that
on everything.
and I would get very little matches, and the matches I would get, man, nah,
Just scary.
scary as fuck, man. Like
Tragically scary.
yeah, like girls who openly admit like in their fucking like bio that they're like fucking super spaced out drunks. I can't do that.
Fun.
Really?
Yeah, I can't. It's hard to deal with because of previous things that have happened during the time.
I have a hard time dating like a hardcore drunk as a pothead, because I'm a hardcore pothead.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't the girl you were dating...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she was, and that's why I'm like, no, thank you anymore.
None for Hamill.
Yeah, no, it's good. I've seen the fun side and the bad side of that, and the bad side is way worse than the fun side.
A little too emotional?
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that just a little bit, and how it just kind of just flies off the handle. I mean, she didn't fly off the handle. And like the scenarios always like are fucking insane, and you're just like, what am I fucking doing? Like, what the fuck am I doing?
You got to date a pothead.
I'm trying, but none of them like me. I like that. So it's
Because you're not like a dealer. You don't
Yeah.
give out free weed.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like how you get pretty pothead girls.
yeah.
So they got to get free weed from
I
you.
mean, weed is so cheap. Like,
Yeah, that's why that
Well, that was the thing when I was like in college and later. It's like the weed dealers and the coke dealers always had the hottest girlfriends, but it's just because they could get free fucking drugs.
yeah.
that makes sense.
I mean, I'm not saying the girls that date those guys like are like that, but like the door to get them in there was made from free weed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that.
But yeah,
I
so
cannot do the cans. It's just all crackly.
ooh,
It is?
Here, listen to these real quick.
All
It's
right.
brutal. It might just be like my headphones,
It's
Yeah.
this is
but it is rough, man. Like,
News-
listen to that.
New studio. Wow.
Yeah, see
I
what
see
I'm
what you're
listening
saying.
to? It's tragic.
It's super low.
Who the
If you turn it up any louder, it's just like the crackling gets worse.
All right. Fair enough.
yeah,
something we could probably work with later. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
I
fine.
figure I'll
We're
just
not
bring
gonna
my cans next week and we'll go from there.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is just us figuring shit out. The episode.
Yeah, welcome to the show that we didn't think we were going to stream live, but for some fucking reason we are.
Yeah. Hi.
I
don't-
like it.
Said the one thing we're not going to do on our first show is stream it live,
And then
and
we
fucking
did.
here we are
Yeah.
for all 0 people listening. So
Yeah.
we didn't fucking advertise that shit.
It's fun though. Like you got to enjoy it.
Yeah. It's a learning experience.
We can share it all over the place later tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be nice once I can get it all up and running. Maybe, I don't know. Depends how proactive I want to
Yeah.
be. I like how you're the one person not on camera.
Really? I don't know how to get it. Like my legs don't
No,
fit under
you
the
can't.
table.
You can't. Like the camera won't get all of 4 of us from there.
Fine.
If we put it way back there, it will. But then it'll also see the screen, which I think we all decided we didn't want.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
I
we
think-
have a video clip we're watching, we don't want to get in trouble for showing someone else's video clip.
Yeah.
And I think Armstrong had it right. It looks a lot cooler if it like catches us all watching this shit.
Yeah.
Armstrong, for those of you who don't know, is going to be the 4th mic in here. Not here yet.
Yeah. Got caught up
It is
doing
going to be
stuff.
fun to play the bit. Why is the black guy late though?
Exactly.
And then like I'm
Oh,
telling you, it'll be a good bit for any one of us because like if Hamill's late, it's why is the cunt late. If
Yeah.
I'm late, it's why is the pothead late. If James is late, it's like where's the drunk.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
I get to be the drunk.
At least you're not the cunt. Jesus Christ.
I didn't know what else to say. You want to be the Marlboro Man?
Nah, yeah, and I'll be the cunt. The cunt. That sounds a hell of a lot better.
The Pats
Do you want a
fan.
Dunkin' Donuts sponsorship?
Oh, fucking yeah, I do. That and like, give me D'Angelo's too. I want like.
What is D'Angelo's?
Okay, D'Angelo's is a sandwich shop in the greater New England area. That they're sisters. They're basically the same. They're owned by the same people that own Papa Gino's. That's a pizza joint, and they have awesome pizza. But they are a sandwich shop, and they make amazing shit. Like they have a hamburger fucking sub that's fucking amazing. But they have this one thing called.
Hamburger sub is just a hamburger on a different bun, buddy.
I know, but it's fucking amazing. Like they put everything. It's fucking great. I love it. Fuck you. But
But I mean, they're not like revolutionizing the world. It's just a hamburger on a hoagie bun. I've been doing that since I was a kid because I'd always run out of hamburger buns before I ran out of hot dog buns.
Boston food, though. Boston food will take shit you can make and make it amazing. It's nothing. They're not trying to wow you with like what they made. They're trying to wow you on how good they made something simple. You know what I mean? You know,
There's a lot of
'cause
East
Chinese
Coast
food,
truth to that.
Chinese food here compared to Boston is fucking garbage. It is.
It is.
And I'm sorry, but I don't want to sound like a snob about it, but it's true. It's
However, Mexican food here far better than what you can find anywhere.
because
over
it's
there.
all white dudes in New England making that shit.
No, it's all Puerto Ricans and Guatemalans. So you don't get those are the
and
two-
Brazilians too.
Yep, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually
'Cause
true.
There's a lot of Brazilians in
Would you say a Brazilian of them?
The
I
gargle
don't care.
boo.
That was funny. That was
But-
funny.
They have a sandwich at D'Angelo's. It's called Thanksgiving dinner on a bun, and it is the most. It is fucking amazing. They give you like a little thing of warm fucking gravy with it. You fucking oh god. I mean,
So there's a sub shop that I'm going to take you to on South Quebec called Pat's,
Uh-huh.
and they have that same sandwich, man. It's like turkey carved from a turkey, not just like breast meat turkey or whatever.
yeah,
And fucking stuffing and mashed potatoes and gravy and cranberry sauce and all of that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It's called
Right.
the Gobbler.
This is starting to sound a lot like somebody else's failed radio show talking about food the whole fucking time.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Is that give me an O?
Yeah. Hey, since we're basically winging this, do me a favor. See if you can find on your phone. Do you have the YouTube app on your phone?
I do have the YouTube.
You want to
app
go
on
see
my
if you can
phone.
find our stream? You might be able to share it.
That would be
What?
hilarious.
How do I? Where do I? What am I looking for?
I think my username is Acer515, and oh my god, we're gonna lose battery because my phone wasn't fully charged.
Wah, wah. And you can't charge it because you're plugged in, right?
Correct. Unless,
Unless it's charging it right now. No,
no.
no.
God, I
Wah,
wish,
wah.
but it means I'm like at 20%.
Uh-oh.
But just do me a
Acer 5150.
ACIR.
Well,
Yeah, fucking yeah. That reminds me. I went to go visit Will, fellow comic up in Fort Collins, Will Mearsma. I went to go
he had
visit.
to give you a hand job. Is
No, I wish I tried, but he said no. I went to go visit him, and I fucking pasted and copied like his address in the Google, and it dropped me off at some fucking dude's
that,
farmhouse.
yeah, go for it.
and it fucked me all up. And I was like almost late for that show on Saturday at Syntax Spirits that I did, which I crushed, by the way.
Nice. Did you get it recorded or whatever?
I did. And the only
Nice.
issue is that the ceiling was a little high, so like the audio quality is a little iffy because it was basically in a fucking warehouse kind of like situation. But
That's where all the best comedies
Yeah, I
perform
know.
is in big, empty, vacuous rooms.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's okay. I mean, you can probably fuck with it in like editing and make it sound decent. you
Word.
know, But
Did you find it?
No, we'll tinker with that
Yeah.
later because I don't
But-
know what the fuck it's
yeah.
doing.
I
So-
love when you tinker with me, big boy.
so yeah, let's talk about if anybody's listening from who were with us fucking back in the day with the.
No one's listening to anything right now,
That's
buddy.
fair. So it's just us just yelling into a vacuum. Perfect.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you have anything you want to confess?
confess. I think Nickelback's okay.
I don't know a Nickelback song, good or bad.
First and last episode.
No. It's not like he said Creed was good.
No. Come on now.
Hold on.
What? We're holding on.
Are you trying to find me a support group for this? Is
Ooh,
that-
worst Nickelback song? Is that what we're
Oh,
searching
dude,
for?
if-
That's fun.
We're going to have some
Yeah.
fun.
Oh,
5 worst Nickelback songs ever.
Oh no!
Exploded.com.
Oh,
I'm not familiar with the publication, but it sounds legitimate.
It sounds like it's a New York Times of internet.
Oh, it's not loading at a
Oh,
rapid
boo!
speed.
Come on.
I bet there's a lot of stuff on the Wi-Fi here, though. Like,
Doob doop dap dow. Where's Nickelback songs? Like, don't get me wrong, the ones that are bad are fucking
I
bad.
imagine, like,
No.
I've never heard anything great about Nickelback, so I'm going to assume they're all bad.
No.
Okay, so note to self: always have the phone charged.
Yeah, I
prior
gotcha.
to this. All right.
Oh, so we're going to lose live streams?
Oh yeah, we sure are.
Yeah.
Fair.
Alrighty. Okay.
I hope you're enjoying this while it's here, guys.
Yeah, guys. She Keeps Me Up is the first one. I don't even know what the song is.
It's two sluts going into a club like, oh, Becky, you look like such a whore. I know, Bridget, you look like a whore, too. Let's go whore it up. Seriously, like, the only thing that's weird is that they're wearing jackets. Like, even when it snows, whores don't wear jackets. Everyone knows the only things that don't freeze are polos, of course. Ooh, fancy.
That's loud as fuck.
That was uncomfortable. This is the number 5 worst. I honestly don't think I've ever listened to a Nickelback song.
I don't know this.
So you've never been in the car while the radio's on and it comes on?
No,
I
because
don't listen to stations that would subject me to lit Nickelback.
Well, the thing is that there's that one song they had back in 2001. That was it. How You Remind Me is what it was. It was fucking everywhere, and it's achy breaky heart of rock music, basically, because it was for a solid. I think it's the reason why 9/11 happened. Honestly, it was
Because
that
of Nickelback?
because of that song. It was everywhere before 9/11, and then as soon as 9/11 happened, it was over. It was-
Remember post 9/11 when Anthrax changed their name to Basket Full of Puppies for a while?
Seriously?
I do not.
It was rad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, because everyone was like, everyone was getting mailed Anthrax allegedly or whatever. That was like the big scare post 9/11. And I remember looking up Anthrax, the band, because someone had told me they were putting out a new album, and their webpage is like, due to recent events and tragedies and blah, 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 we are changing our name to Basket Full of Puppies for the time being.
Jesus. And you guys heard Slayer's breaking up?
What? Raining Blood?
You didn't hear about this?
No.
Not Slayer.
I mean, I'm not surprised, though.
mean, this
like,
is
Slayer's been doing it for a long time, man.
Slayer broke up, huh?
Slayer confirms breakup and details of farewell tour.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, see, I mean, they're doing a farewell tour. Like, how old are... What's the median age of a Slayer
See,
member? at
they
this
couldn't
point?
even make it through their farewell tour. Like they knew it was over at the end of this tour, and they couldn't even do the tour.
I mean, maybe
You know what I
they
mean?
hated each other.
That's man, you must fucking really hate each other if that's the case. 37 years and 12 studio albums, man. You can't make it through fucking one leg of a tour without saying fuck it.
Hey, meanwhile, Tool can't even get their 5th fucking album put out.
That's coming out this summer.
No,
Apparently.
it's not.
It's not.
So, just on my way here, I encountered a Twitter post where somebody was like, "What does Maynard confirming or not that there will be a Tool album this summer?" And he replied to it saying, "Not."
Oh wow. Okay.
Fun.
because Tom Morello heard it.
Yeah, well, so from what I've heard is that the instrumentals are largely done, but it doesn't go anywhere till they send that to Maynard and he writes the fucking lyrics.
Yeah.
So if they haven't actually sent it to him,
He doesn't do anything.
right, and then if he's going on tour, because he already has shows planned with like a Perfect Circle, and
Yeah.
he's always doing shit with Pussifer, like, it strikes me that it's like you need to get it to him and then like have some time, because his lyrics are obviously the thing that some people really love about Tool's music.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he hasn't written shit yet, and he can't, from what I read, he can't write until he's heard it.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Then he helps mix it down again. So like previous albums, like he'll be like, okay, this part doesn't really work. We're going to need to rework that. So
Jesus, man.
it literally, I will be in my early 40s before there's a fucking new Tool album.
What the fuck? I mean, I get his point. I get Maynard's point. I mean, I can't get mad at Maynard, but like, also at the dudes who play the music. I mean, I get it, but whatever.
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
I only liked the first Tool album.
What?
Opiate or Undertow? Opiate was
The one with prison sex.
Yeah, that was Undertow.
Undertow.
So
yeah.
is that the first one or the second
That's
one?
that was their big breakout, but Opiate came before that. But I
Yeah.
think they only qualify Opiate as an EP.
Whatever. The
But
one with
it's
like prison sex.
sober.
And, yeah. I loved that whole album.
And you didn't like the one after that. Anima their best selling. Like
Yeah,
that one
I love
was like
Anima.
5 times platinum or something.
I think it was like an overexposure issue.
Okay, I can see that.
Fair enough.
Because that 46 and 2 song was getting played a lot on rock
It
stations.
still does.
Yeah.
I hear it almost every day because
I love it,
They
but
have
still.
whatever it is, KBPI always playing like at
Yeah,
work, and
yeah.
it's like I must hear 46 and 2, that and Vicarious,
Yeah.
probably 3 times a day.
Vicarious.
And I love 46 and 2. It's one of my favorites. But you're right, you hear it so many fucking times.
yeah.
and it's not even the best song on that album.
No.
Because it's not the best album.
It is their best album.
Anima or?
Measurably, Anima is their best album.
Yeah. I mean, 10,000 Days is pretty good. I mean, it's really good. And so's, what's the other one? The fucking...
Lateralis.
Lateralis, yeah.
Now, Lateralis is actually probably my favorite, but that's because it has the song Lateralis on it. which is
10,000
this one.
Days is pretty good. I really like 10,000 Days.
Are you familiar with this? So, Tool always has a secret song on their albums. So on their first album, the one you
It's like track 69.
it
or
was
something,
track
yeah.
69, and it had 60 tracks before it that were all 4 seconds long, so
Yeah.
it just seemed, but that was that weird, like, I used to know the whole thing. He's like, this guy left a message on Maynard's answering machine, and they played that, and then it goes into "This is necessary," and it, just rocks out for that for a while. But on 10,000 Days, they kind of upped their game on the hidden track thing. Basically, you have to take 3 songs, because some listeners, like fans, realize that if you took the time for these 2 songs, it exactly hit the amount of time for a third song. So if you sync them all together, the 2 together, one after the other, and lay the other one on top of it, that's the hidden song. And the drums sync, it's fucking nuts. It could never be played live, because like just for the drums alone,
Yeah.
it's like you need at least 3 more arms to be able to pull this off live.
Yeah.
But it's fucking, they went that deep. You had to like edit, and I wonder if I can.
That is balls out.
Yeah, that is pretty balls out. I mean,
My favorite hidden track, Less Than Jake Losing Streak. The hidden track, like you let the very first track play for a couple seconds, and then you basically have to rewind it into negative digits.
Oh,
And it's
Jesus.
It's this
Wow.
old dude telling a story about banging this chick in the 20s or whatever. And then, like, the chick's husband comes home and he's taking a dump, and, like, the old dude makes a break for it, and he goes, "The only reason I'm still alive today is because that man stopped to wipe his ass."
Yeah.
oh, this, okay, yeah. 'cause-
So this
yeah.
is like Wings for Marie, part 1 and 2,
Yeah.
and then you like overlay some other song over it.
Yeah.
Vigny Trees, Wings for Marie. So yeah. Now that. So what we've discovered in this new studio space is that the audio from foreign sources, be it my tablet or this computer, does not really want to function, and I wonder if it's a ground loop issue. That's me being nerdy. Sorry.
No, Bill
I
Brown.
still think you're trying to feed a stereo signal into a mono thing, and it's fucking with it.
You may be entirely correct.
Yeah.
On both counts. So it's just something. I'll just grab more gear next week. Now that I know what I do and don't need, I probably don't need to bring the 20 pounds of shit I brought for this show.
I mean, better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, first times I was,
If only Alex were able to listen to us live,
Yeah.
because I'm sure he'd have some commentary on Anthony. Jeselnik
James
again.
is a racist
What? They all look the same.
because they're black and they're bald.
Crawford's not bald.
He does shave his head from time to time, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think Armstrong's bald either. I think he shaves his head.
Yeah, no, he shaves it really down.
Wait, Crawford has shaved his head? I've never seen him.
Yeah,
thought
when he first moved here, he did it, and then he got to like grow, and I think he wasn't he trying to grow an afro for a little bit, and then he
Yeah,
kind
and
of bailed
then
on.
I remember when he shaved it, he put a post. He's like, "Yeah, my brain works again." I'm like, "Whatever, dude. It's just fucking hair. That's purely psychological."
Yeah, but if you let it get
Ooh.
way too long, it can give you headaches. I mean, I don't know.
Can we bitch about something?
do it?
Sweet. So we're in the fourth week of the 2000 or January.
Yeah, 2018.
That's right,
I hate that. I hate at the end of the holidays when people are like, "Oh, New Year, new me. New Year, new me. I'm going to start all blah blah blah." I'm like, you fucking retard. You've still got 20 years of bad habits on top of a shitty credit score. Like, I don't know what you think you're going to fix because it's a new calendar year. Fuck you.
yeah.
But have you, okay, on that note, have you ever done a New Year's resolution where you've publicly said, this is what I'm going to do?
No, because I think that shit's retarded.
Surprise.
I mean, you can try. I'm not impressed. Go ham.
Yeah.
See how they're working.
Yeah, I just need to hear myself.
Okay, cool.
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, man.
Our fourth mic is finally here.
And I'm coming in hot, goddammit.
Oh, yeah?
All right.
Man. Okay.
So let's play our favorite new bit.
Do y'all thing.
Why is the black guy late? Don't worry. If I'm late, it's why is the pothead late? Why is the drunk late? And why is the cunt late?
All right.
Man, I really thought it was at 7, so at 6 I was getting ready. And then Jacob texted me. I'm like, oh, shit. I had to look at it. I didn't even get a fucking Google alert. Thanks a bitch.
I tried to share it with you, but I only had your Yahoo.
That's my bad. I fucked that
So-
up, man.
And we are attempting to live stream, although we are recording. We put the camera where you had suggested.
Okay.
We're going to see how this goes. Right now, you see me, you, and half a Hamill.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
I've
only,
been
we
in
only
front
need
of
half
all
a
night.
hammer. That's all.
That's all we
That's
need.
all the hammer you need in your life right now, goddamn.
Just half of it.
What was y'all talking about, man? I didn't mean
Oh,
that.
it was,
I was bitching about assholes being like, "Oh, it's the new year. I'm gonna start all over." Blah blah blah. I'm like, bitch, you took 50 years to get to where you are.
Fuck out here, man. Motherfuckers gonna do the same shit they been doing. God damn it. That's it.
But have you ever made a New Year's resolution? Has anybody here? I never have. I every once in a while be like, this month I won't drink, or I'm going to quit smoking, or whatever the fuck it is. But it's never like, here comes New Year's Day. Because who the fuck wants to give up any of their bad habits on New Year's Day?
Nobody. That's why it's a fucking habit. Because you don't want to give it up. If you wanted to give it up, it wouldn't be a habit. It's just something you do here and there.
It'd be a hobby.
Yeah, exactly, man. Motherfuckers are people are full of shit, man. People are straight up full of fucking shit, man. That's all it is.
I mean, but
All fucking day.
but also if it's when you quit something. Uh-oh.
The fuck kind of peanut butter and jelly bullshit you got going on over there, James?
Uh-oh.
Don't you worry about me.
So
James do a thing.
whenever you quit something, if you try and go oh, I'm gonna do it on this day because it's my mom's birthday or blah 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 blah, it ain't gonna work. You're gonna quit when you're gonna quit. If you try and you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's
I
just,
smell what you're cooking.
Well, it's one of those social things that people fall victim to where they're like, oh, well, it's the new year. I'm like, time is perpetual, motherfucker. It keeps going no matter if it's on a calendar or what. It's going to keep rolling. So if you pick this one particular date to quit some shit, you set yourself up for failure because you really don't want to motherfucking do it.
And a calendar's a man-made construct. Fuck
Exactly.
that.
So it's
Well,
bullshit, man.
I mean, if you
I mean, I get that it's guided by the stars or whatever, but we don't need to keep time other than you need to go to work. If you didn't have something you had to be responsible for, what in the fuck else do you need time for?
But you would want. I mean, it started.
No,
to
it's either light or
catalog.
it's
I
day.
mean, it's
It's
time,
to catalog
time
when
is
things
for,
happen.
and it's for
For farming.
Yeah, farming. For
You-
people that's growing shit because they need to know.
If they can't tell that,
this,
it's,
that,
man, it's
the
been
other.
hot for a while. I think it's going to get cold soon. I'm pretty sure they could have figured that shit out without
Right.
a calendar.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I don't know. It helps them plan shit out better. I mean, it's good for planning, but like we don't. I mean, I get what you're saying.
We need structure, man.
Yeah, it's a
humans.
structure thing. Like
Yeah.
sometimes
It's bullshit.
We need structure. We
that-
need structure in human. I agree that we do need some type of structure.
The only
But-
reason we need structure is because we don't have to fight for our lives all day, every day anymore. Like we're not being hunted by lions.
Well, yeah,
and, like-
that's the thing. Humans have to change with the times. So it is what it is. We live in a new day and age to where we don't have to hunt and shit anymore, and that's why men are bitches now.
Do you think it was the earliest form of like the Rothschild conspiracy? If you put everybody on time, then we can start to control them.
Oh, hell no.
And
You-
it was,
we-
they're
you talk
playing the
about who-
long game,
who-
like the
who-
2,000-year long game.
Who created the calendar? The Mayans?
Gregorians.
Gregorian?
Well, the way we use it now
It's the Mayan calendar.
Well, I think it's the Gregorian. So would be.
what's a Gregorian?
I don't know. I just
All right,
know it's the
carry on.
Gregorian calendar. But they
Is it
found
a
evidence that
civilization?
there's.
Someone Google
Well,
it.
it would be. Yeah. Well,
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Oh, you got it.
that,
How do you spell that?
like
Greg Orion.
Greg. I
Like
went to high
probably
school with
Greg
that guy.
Orion.
I went to high school with him.
Gregorian calendar origin.
Yeah. Where'd it come from?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
the Mayans have calendars way before
we trying to
1582.
find the origins of calendars, and it's telling us the year. That's wrong already. In 1582, the calendar was created.
Right? How did they know it was 1582?
They just picked the time. Fuck it. This is what it is right now.
That's a calendar they modified because the Pope wanted it done. That's like the King
Yeah.
James Bible. That's man-made bullshit.
Well, so ask you, when's the earliest form of
All right, hang
calendar?
on.
By the Egyptians, man. They
No,
had.
it was. I think it was.
No, it was
they
much
found
more
evidence
Earliest
even before
recorded calendar.
Oh,
the
here we go.
Gregorian calendar.
The Mesothelic.
So 10,000 years ago.
Back
Woo.
when everyone when everyone lived in Iraq, basically, what is now what is Iraq.
10,000
Just
years.
so
How
when
many?
how they knew to like what time they knew to wake up the Jews to get back to work.
How long ago? How long was that before White Jesus was made up?
Why, Jesus?
I mean, isn't
White
it like our
Jesus.
2017 based on the White Jesus calendar?
Say again. You say
Isn't that what it's based on?
what?
Like
Well,
the year 2017, isn't it? Like
It's after
80?
death. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's after death
Anno Domini.
and before death. But I mean, you know,
I'm
when
assuming that's
you
Latin for something,
when you
right?
when you believe in White Jesus, you gotta not believe a lot of other shit that we know happened. So
Oh no, I don't believe in white
Yeah.
Jesus at all.
Yeah.
Like I believe all religion is a fraud. It's an opiate for the masses.
I used to
I get
to
that
think
people need it. I get that if you need Jesus and Jesus helps you feel better, go for it. That's why I smoke weed. I'm not saying you can't have Jesus. I'm
So
just
you can
saying he's
see
not my
Jesus?
jam.
Yeah. But I mean, look, I don't believe in religion as it's presented to us, but I do think it's fascinating that no matter where you go, every group of people have some form of religion. So I do think it's something that we need innately as human beings, and I think people just look at religion wrong. They look at it as a literal thing to where there's God in heaven that's looking down on us, which is fucking ridiculous, you know?
Yeah, the mythology that's developed behind it. But
Yeah.
I agree because
The
every
reason-
culture has faith in something that they don't understand.
Yeah.
That's because if you don't have faith in that, a lot of people run the risk of trying to figure out why are we even here then? What's the point? What's our purpose?
But you know what's funny about
and
the word faith?
people would rather invest in something that could be that someone told them than actually just be like, there is no point,
Well-
just live life.
This is what I think it is with religion. This is where I look at religion, because I used to think religion was bullshit. It's like this. It was created, and as men, we're always going to use things to gain power. And that's what they did with religion. They took it, and now they're like, well, fuck, we're going to use this to control people. But I feel like if you look at religion as a whole, you look at God and heaven, the devil and hell as a whole, and you look at it as a scale on how to be good and how to be bad, then I think it makes more sense to where it's like the more good things you do, you're tipping the scale in the godly way. So you're getting closer to heaven because your mind is released because you're happy. Whereas
So you back karma.
there's no karma. That's a fucking Buddhist term that people don't know what the fuck they're
And
talking
even
about.
atheists seem to believe in it. I saw
Yeah.
some article about that. I'm like,
But it's you need something to get, because we're humans and we have the infinite capacity to be good or evil, but it's both in us. But a lot of times we don't want to acknowledge the evil.
Oh,
And
yeah.
those are the people when it comes out, and they can't control it or they don't know. You have to acknowledge your evil side. You have to know what you're willing to do and what you won't do. But you try to do good things to go into the direction of God to be in heaven, because we know people that's in hell. It's a frame of mind. You ever looked at a motherfucker like a person that's on drugs, something like that, and there's nothing in their eyes?
Yes.
They're in hell.
That
Mentally.
you said a lot of shit in there. I want to go back because I think that control is a huge part of it.
Yeah.
That it's all these cultures that somebody along the line, some earlier than others, it was just some guy who's like, this seems super believable. And if people are like, damn, this dude figured that shit out, that's the guy that I'm going to, like, he's right. Whatever he says, he's fucking right. So it all comes down, I think it
My
just comes
problem
down
with
to alpha control.
Christianity is it's just rehashed version of an Egyptian religion. It's a rehashed version of a Mayan religion, and it's all star based.
It's the buffet religion. I call it the buffet religion. It's where you go and you like, I like a little bit of that, I like a little bit of. Oh no, none of that reincarnation shit.
Yeah.
No, we need Jesus to. Yeah, so.
But like
reincarnation is like kale to Christian community.
But like the Old Testament, it will show you what we were like when like we fucking were like an
But
inch
nobody even knows
Says
what the
who?
fuck that is.
Says who
But
that's
it's the
what
thing.
it was like.
If you notice in the Old Testament, it's very bloody and very violent because
That's
that's how
what I'm-
people
yeah.
were.
But-
And that's why Constantine and all them bishops
Yeah.
got together. It was like, well, times have changed. We have to create something to where people can look at it. It doesn't look weird to them.
But there was a biblical Congress in like 800 or something
dude.
where they decided this is the Bible.
Yeah.
And so they
That's
took
the-
all
yeah.
the writings
Yeah.
and they threw out a whole shit ton of them and said, nah, that didn't happen.
But
Yeah.
do you know what the Bible is? People think the people look at the Bible literally, like these stories actually happen. It's not.
No,
It's
yeah,
like you gotta look at the Bible like you look at hieroglyphics. You go into a cave, you can't read the hieroglyphics and it tells you an exact story. It gives you a depiction of something that you have to figure out what it is. Same thing with the Bible. All of these are a bunch of stories that were collected, put together, and it gives you how to be righteous. And
right.
if you look at it
you're
like
supposed
that-
to learn from it. It's like
Exactly.
this guy went through something similar to what I'm going
But
through.
people
And this
look
is
at
how
it,
he handled
literally,
it.
they think that it was a white woman in motherfucking Egypt or Iraq, where the fuck white Jesus
There
was
were
born.
so many
Some
whites
white
there.
woman was out there and she got fucked by the Holy Ghost and had Jesus. I know that's a harsh way to put it, but that's the way it is.
Yeah.
He got
No,
the Holy
for
Ghost,
sure.
and he went to a whore. And,
Yeah, he dated a whore for
He
a
couldn't
long
find
time.
a respectable woman to impregnate.
which is definitely
got
the white
himself a
class.
white woman.
Yeah, I know that.
He got in
All-
his Prius and went
Yeah.
driving around
You went-
Jerusalem.
you went
Held
to
a
the Middle-
Starbucks out the window
You
like
went to the
white
Middle East to
woman.
find the only white woman there.
Yeah, Mary Magdalene and her fucking Ugg
Then
boots.
you had a pure white man, and then name him the most unwhite name you could.
Yeah.
Let's name him Jesus. Well, I want to name him Todd. It shall be Jesus. Motherfuckers would follow Christianity if you had to follow Todd.
Todd Christ.
He went to school. He worked real hard.
Dude, Todd Christ is an ambulance chasing lawyer outside of New Jersey. Like he lives like 20 minutes outside of Newark. You know what I mean?
Have you been injured in a car accident? Call your friend Todd Christ.
Todd Christ will fight for you. He got me $80,000.
But that was a nice run. How long would it take for us to get kicked off?
Yeah, right.
She was like,
But like, what I got from because I've been watching a lot of Jordan Peterson, and that's where I've been getting this from. Is like, and I get what he's saying about it. Is that it's like it's a book of stories that you should learn from, and they were written by people back when like we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people use that whole like when people fight the gay stuff. It's like, well, it's a man and a woman because it says so in the Bible. It's like they said that because they were fucking camels and shit. You know, that's why. It wasn't because like two gay guys were there and they're like, no, only man and woman. It was like, stop fucking this turtle and fuck a human, please.
You're right, because there wasn't a social construct over where was an appropriate place to put your dick.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Is like, so we needed like, okay, we got to put a line in the sand here. We got to keep your dick into
You gotta
these
understand-
things.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we're good.
Okay. This is what it is. You got to understand about the time this came about. This is when procreation was important. So they were
Sure.
all worried about having kids. Don't fuck a dude. You can't have a child with dude. Homosexuality has been around since the beginning.
Sure.
Motherfuckers have been fucking dudes since forever. But they looked at it like, well, you can't have kids because when you were back then, you had children to help you sustain a family because your kids went out and worked and whatever because that's how you made money and you lived. And it wasn't that many people on the fucking planet. But
Right,
now,
life expectancy was like
Yeah.
27 and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
yeah.
So I look at things in a natural sense. We only supposed to have sex to have kids. So that means if you would look at it, heterosexual sex for pleasure is wrong. If you look at it in natural terms. So whoever you have sex with for a pleasurable thing, that you shouldn't be classified by that. Because none of us shouldn't be fucking unless we fucking to have babies. If you really want to look at it in the literal and the natural sense of things.
Ooh, I've had an
Catholic
operation to prevent that. Like, I purely fuck for sport and leisure.
That's because you like raw dick, goddamn it, like raw pussy. That's why I get it.
Dude, yeah, it's the best. It is.
It is. Especially and nut in it.
Oh, you'll
Knowing that I will never get another woman pregnant and I've only got 2 kids for the rest of my life is amazing.
It's a great feeling.
Buddy
It's
of
worth
mine,
its weight in gold.
buddy of
I
mine
don't know.
got
I
has
like
had
the
3
danger of
kids
it.
since his vasectomy. 'Cause
Since
it's
he
just
Got
like
some
it didn't
hokey-ass
work?
vasectomy.
yeah, like apparently his sperm built like a fucking like a 225. That's like
Yup.
we're just gonna bypass that shit.
Well, shit, that's what I did. I tore my Achilles, and I didn't want to have surgery. So what they did was they put the 2 pieces together, and it just grew back in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you lucky.
Your
fuck.
body is amazing.
Yeah.
Your body is made to protect you. So if it can heal you, it will heal you. I mean, look at the women. You got women that get their tubes tied. The tubes will untie.
Yeah.
So they clip them and burn them to make sure they don't untie.
That's what they did to
like
my...
the ends of shoelaces.
Yeah, because there was too many women getting their tubes tied, and then they were untying, and they was getting pregnant, and they were suing these people. So they're like, fuck it, we finna cut these bitches and burn these motherfuckers.
Bury it in the backyard.
Yeah.
Let's see a baby get to this motherfucker.
Like, they cut it and solder. They cut your vasectomy or whatever, and then they solder both ends, like, individually to make sure. I swear to
I
God.
think the term suture. They're not.
No, they solder it.
No, they saw it. They burn it.
There's even
suture,
a puff
Huh?
of smoke.
No, suture is sewing something up. That's suturing.
It's closing something is a suture. Soldering is when you take a
You
zinc
burn
They
or
take
lead
a hot
alloy
piece of
and
metal
burn it.
and they
And they-
touch it
they-
to that
yeah.
piece of tube.
Fuck
so
that.
It's
Yeah.
sealed
Yeah.
shut.
Yeah,
And do they put like little electrodes and then you can just
No.
it's cauterizing. That's it. Cauterizing.
Cauterizing.
My bad.
yeah,
Cauterizing.
good, yeah.
There you go.
Same fucking
We
difference.
got there eventually. We got the brain trust on it.
Yeah, I learned that in high school how to solder. So.
Can we talk about what I'm hot about right now?
Yes, please
Yeah,
do.
well,
Y'all sure y'all ain't got to say shit about this. I want to talk. Oh, so okay, I got in trouble for that comment.
Of course you did.
Oh, what was the
Okay,
comment?
what was the
I got in
comment?
trouble. So
By the way, I saw him write this in real time.
it's so good though.
It is funny.
So good.
It's funny in context, but if people are yeah, go ahead.
So I don't want to say no names, but one of the comics from Denver, he posted something about how he was out with some girls and the girl went home and he texted the girl to make sure she made home okay, and she hit him with some, this makes me feel uncomfortable that you're texting me to make sure I got home okay, right? So
That's the weirdest fucking shit I've ever heard of. Was
exactly.
the girl fucked up?
So what I said was, well, now she owes you one free sexual assault.
Yeah, because she's already done blamed you for
That's what I'm
it.
saying. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
I'm with that.
But it's so crazy. It's so out the fucking. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that, and you know it's a joke, and it's in context with it. But of course, you have people that come and say, "Oh, this is wrong."
sure,
to
they're social
right, which is
warriors.
fine. I don't give a fuck. Say what you're gonna say. I'm gonna put my little motherfucking gifs up there and make fun of you, right? But then somebody came to my inbox and was like, "Take it down," and I'm like, "No," and they're up there like, "Well, okay." Then tried to.
Was it a comment or was it a post on your own?
It was a comment.
So the owner of that can delete comments.
Yeah.
None on you.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not. Let me tell you, motherfuckers, something out here.
Who
I hope-
told you to
I
take
hope-
it down?
Huh? I don't want to say no names
Tell me
because I don't
off
want.
the air.
Huh? I'll
Tell
tell
me
you
off
off
the
there.
air.
I'll tell you off there.
Yeah.
You cannot control what the fuck I say. You will not censor me. I will not take nothing down if you come to me and try to pressure me to do it. You can't make me. Because let me tell you something. This is what motherfuckers need to understand about limited speech. That's the first part of a lot of bullshit going wrong. When the motherfucker can tell you what the fuck to say, that's how you get to the Holocaust. When motherfuckers can, because you can't legislate the way a person think.
Nope.
You're trying to tell motherfuckers how to think. That's why people mad doing crazy motherfucking shit, because we can't go out in the world and talk amongst ourselves and be ourselves, because we got to be hypercritical of what motherfuckers say, because you got motherfuckers out here trying to take control by telling you what the fuck you can say. I'm a black dude. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to do comedy, okay? I don't give a fuck about creating safe space for women. I'm not out here raping motherfuckers. I'm not out here sexually assaulting women. I'm here to do comedy. That is that is paramount to me. So all this extra bullshit behind it, I don't give a fuck. So if you don't want to book me because of shit I said on Facebook, and you know I'm funny, I'm one of the top comedians in Denver, and I'll say it. And if you don't want to book me because another motherfucker said because they not happy, then fuck you then. I don't give a shit. I'm not here for the bullshit. I'm here to go along in my comedy career, and that's it. All the other shit can go along. You talk about creating safe spaces for fucking people. I'm a black dude. When have I ever had a safe space to do any motherfucking thing? So don't bring that bullshit to me, man. I got other shit to worry about than worry about you being upset because of a fucking joke I made. Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
that is bullshit.
Yeah.
This is
Like, I saw the original post, but I was like, that's going to raise too much hell, and I just skipped past it. Like,
Dude, but that's what I'm saying, though. You can't get on there and make a joke because somebody going to say something. You can't do that to me. I'm not going to allow you to limit me.
oddly enough, I can. Like, I don't know if I've just, like, earned enough of a reputation that I don't give a fuck that no one's going to bother trying to take me on, or if just no one's going to bother trying to take me on. But, like, I remember it got super deep one day, and I posted a meme that just said, remember when Denver comedy was about being funny? Pepperidge Farm remembers. And it got, like, 4 likes and 1 comment, and that was it. And I know for a fact there's over 200 Denver comics on my Facebook page.
Yeah. It's stupid, man. I mean, there's people in this that are fucking telling you what to say and stuff, and I'm not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And we need to talk about when does this radical feminism cross over into white privilege?
Yeah.
When does that happen? Because these white women are going crazy with this shit to where they feel like they can do whatever they want and make you say whatever they feel like you should say. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because there is nothing stopping white women.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I tell people. I'm like, they have the privilege of being a woman and being white. They untouchable.
For sure. Like, that's what's wrong with most white men now. Is that most white women are so, like, there's nothing regulating white. Because you can't, like, tell your woman to behave and slap her around. Or anything. Like, I'm not advocating beating women or whatever, but, like, you ever had a drunk woman come at you, like, and swing on you?
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I drive Lyft.
Yeah, I
These
bet.
motherfuckers. Dude, come on now. Come on now.
Wasted white girls are the worst.
Man.
Absolute worst.
Man, I didn't
So
even-
my ex-wife was a party girl. Like, she was a woo girl. And she had woo girl friends. So when we had a house party, it was like just a house full of drunk woo girls and a house full of my homeboys trying to hit it. So it was always like a turned up atmosphere or whatever. And fucking, man, these white chicks would get them to do crazy shit. I'm like, I think guys spend so much time now trying to appease women that they're not learning to be men
Dude,
anymore.
I'm finna tell you, this is what I believe happened. Women were essentially slaves at one point in time.
Sure.
We treated them like shit,
Yeah.
right? So as reparations, like niggas got reparations for slavery because we could say anything we want to say. That was our reparations. Women's reparations was you can be in control of love and feelings. Whatever you feel, we'll validate. Because men, we innately want to please women. We want to make them happy.
Yeah.
So all this shit, we felt bad about the shit we did, so we let them gain a little bit. Now it's ridiculous. Now it's absurdity to where it's like you can't do anything to a woman and she can do everything without any consequences happen to her or taking any flack for the things she did to get her to that point. You can't give anybody that much power to say you can do whatever you want to do and you're not responsible for it. You can't give anybody that power because everybody, let me tell you something. Everybody knows rape is wrong. There is no such thing as rape culture. Everybody knows rape is wrong. Even motherfuckers that rape motherfuckers know it's wrong. It ain't never been a day in a life where a motherfucker was raping a woman in the middle. He was like, you know what? I don't know if this is right. That ain't never happened.
Like they know. They know they're fucking up.
They know they're fucking up. Yeah. So you're going to have guys that are out there that's going to be up like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. And you have to deal with that shit. So you have to make better choices. Yeah. And I know you don't want to hear that, but it's the motherfucking truth. If you're going to ban me, goddammit, I'm really finna go on in you motherfuckers. Y'all going to say everything you don't want to hear, goddammit.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, man. I tell people everybody's perception and reality is different. I've lived a different life. I know different motherfuckers than you know. You out here in little ass Colorado in this little shithole of a motherfucking city that's in a box that has this utopian idea of the world, and you don't really know what the fuck is going on. And then when I come along and tell you what's really going on, you tell me I'm crazy. When you go talk to anybody out in the real world, and they're like, yeah, that motherfucker is telling the truth.
Yeah. No, it's
anything that disrupts the way you see the world is just frowned upon. Like, people don't want to accept that.
Because it's control. That's what they don't understand, man. They're being controlled, and they don't even understand it, dude. Have you even talked to a motherfucker recently? You can't talk to nobody now. it's a weird conversation because they're so hypercritical of what they say. Like, I try to talk to white people all the time, and you got a lot of good-ass white people out here that has white guilt, so they don't want to say anything to offend me, so the conversation is just weird. It's just a whole lot of them trying to say stuff without saying it. And I'm like, just say what the fuck you want to say. I don't give a shit, you know?
Ooh, that's probably like the thing I enjoy the most about white privilege is that white people will just talk to me. Like, I never thought about it because I don't censor shit around you. You know what I mean?
Because you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
there are black people that they're on you. So what'd you say? Oh, they're looking for the racism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of black people like that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you racist. I don't care if you hate niggas. If we can be cordial in person and you can go back home and jerk off and hate me and watch black porn, I don't give a fuck.
All right, let's get Alex on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
No, goddamn. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was about to have a heart attack. Like, oh shit.
No, I mean that's another thing with like because like the comedy that I tell is basically like observational stuff. That's what I do. Like I talk about like what's happened to me, shit like that. But like I also don't sugarcoat like the things that were said in that time span either. Like with my joke about my fucking grandmother, said the word cunt like fucking 4 times, and I've been asked like you should probably not do that to make it more sellable. I'm like, no, that's what it is though.
This is the biggest
Yeah.
problem because like
I
I live with Hamill just
Yeah.
for the listeners out there.
Yeah.
It's the thing that gets me the most because I'm a fan of fucking comedy.
Yeah.
Like I'm a deep fan.
Yeah.
Have been for long time. To the point where like I know how, you know, I listen close enough that I know how like the comics table at the Comedy Cellar works, right? And there is no fucking filter. Like
Yeah.
it's this time of existence that I'm so sad Patrice O'Neill is dead.
Yeah.
Because this motherfucker would have been on CNN, Fox News, and just been like, no! And that it just because I see what's happening in this scene in Denver, thanks to him and like following all of you on Facebook, and I'm just like, I sit there and shake my head. It's like the antithesis of comedy is saying that you can't say it. Comedy's supposed to be where you say the things that you're not really supposed to say, except in quiet, like, cocktail parties and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's the point. That's why it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I get literally viscerally angry. And I understand, like, I've seen his blow-ups, and it's just like, I'm not part of that.
But this is the funniest part, though. The ones that are like this, like you and I, we're the nicest motherfuckers.
Yeah, like we're
Give
not,
you the shirt off our fucking back. Best people in the world to be around. It's these other motherfuckers you don't want to be around. These
Right.
old PC, I
Miserable
believe it.
fuckers.
Am I lying?
No.
Tell me I'm not the one. You don't want to hang with these motherfuckers. You want to hang with us. You want to kick it with us because we fun and you can be free and have fun around us, man. I tell all these comments, I'm like, do you know how much material you're wasting because you have these things in your mind that says you can't say this, you can't say that. You aren't even letting your mind develop to the level it could potentially develop to because you're already telling yourself, well, I can't do this, I can't do that. And this is the slippery slope. It's a slippery slope once you buy into it. Because once you say, okay, I won't say that because that offends you, then they come back. Well, I don't like that either. Well,
Right? As soon as, like, it's the
soon
giving
as
them
you-
inch, take a mile
as soon
thing.
as you buy in, that's it. And that's why I tell them, I'm like, stop doing this, man. Stop buying into it because it's going to get to a point to where they're going to want more than what you're going to give. And now you the enemy.
Ooh, you know who I see that's going to happen to? And I've told him this, so I don't feel bad
Who,
about
Peter?
saying it on here. No, Crawford.
Huh?
I love Crawford to death, man. As my boy, but like he will let that scene push him around.
Mm-hmm.
And like it kills me a
There's
little
a
bit
reaction on
inside.
your part when he dropped
Huh?
Crawford's name. You got quiet.
Crawford's an amazing comic, and he shouldn't have to bow down to this dumb shit. I don't get why he's so hell bent on like being accepted by all of them. Like I get not burning bridges, but to pander, man, like.
Yeah.
And I love Crawford, and I've had this conversation with him, and he's like, "No, man, I don't see it that way." I was like, "Fair enough." But, like,
I mean, that may be the way he thinks. It could just be our perception of, like I say, I don't care. If that's what you want, do that. If that's what makes you feel comfortable, that's fine. But I'm not going to do it. And just because everybody else is doing it, I'm not getting on that bandwagon, man. Well, who's the fuck that said if you find yourself in the majority, you're on the wrong side? Somebody said that.
Someone smart.
Some philosopher motherfucker. He said, well, if you find yourself on the side of the majority, you're on the wrong side.
Yeah.
but that's where everybody fucking wants to be.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to feel like
Everybody
they're
wants to
included
win.
in something. Yeah.
They all want to win. This is like the biggest problem I
but
have.
Well, that was the whole Trump thing. Everybody was saying like a lot of motherfuckers didn't care. They just wanted to be on the side of the winner. They thought he was going to win. So that's what
we
they
had
were
this
doing.
conversation, I think,
But
last week, right?
Also, they wanted not just that they want to win. They want an underdog win. They want to root for the little guy who wins.
yeah, you're right. They want to be part of the
because no one's rooting for the fucking
we
Patriots, man.
won.
Nobody's rooting for the fucking Patriots.
No, nobody.
Which is- are you
They've
fat?
won enough.
Well, let me
Yeah, I
tell
know
you
I
what.
am.
Let me tell you what that is. That buys into the whole idea. See, we're so fucking we're brainwashed. I'm not even gonna say conditioned anymore. We're brainwashed, and we're brainwashed to believe that anybody that rises up to something great, they did it by felonious means. They didn't do it by hard work, because what that does, it puts the pressure on you. Because if you don't have something, then you aren't putting the work in. So it's always like if you have something up here, you do it by felonious means. That's why everybody jumps on the Patriots are cheaters. I'm like, okay, I'll let you play football. I'll let you cheat as much as you want, motherfucker. You get 23 downs. Now let me see you go out there and play with some professional NFL players and win the fucking game. Because the fucking ball is got a little bit less air in it. I still got to throw that motherfucker. My receiver still got to be able to catch. It's too much shit for you to say, oh, this is why they win. When they've consistently won over years. It can be, well, fuck, Belichick's a great coach and Brady's a great quarterback. It got to be, oh, they're cheaters. Because that's the way they make you believe, so you can stay lazy and in the place you in because you don't want to put no hard work in because you don't believe people get to high places through hard work.
I'm sorry, but Hamill just sitting over there
Jesus
like,
Christ, you can see Hamill's erection in his face. Like, he is smiling so big, you know he's at least 3/4 chub right now. Like,
It is,
yeah!
Joe, we honor mediocrity.
For sure.
No, totally.
That way everyone can feel like they're special.
Yeah.
It demeans the whole point of being special.
Yeah.
If you work hard, or even if you are born and you just a fucking LeBron James, you're just a natural motherfucker. It is what it is. I can't play with you, dude. I gotta be okay with that, and I gotta go find what I'm great at. Because I'm great at something, I'm just not great at that, but I want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you drop the standards so I can be included instead of me rising up to that shit. It's bullshit.
there's actually that is could not have been said better. Because that's exactly it. It's like, well, I want to be famous. But you're not good at anything that you'll get famous at.
Yeah.
So you don't get to be famous. Sorry.
Yeah,
you're going to be great at something, and maybe you do something, but it ain't going to be fame like you want it. Like,
Dude, it's...
But also to go back to your whole apologizing thing, and once you open that fucking door, it just floods you over. Remember that fucking YouTuber asshole that showed the dead body in Japan in that fucking forest?
Yeah.
Remember that? And how much flack he got? And then he's like, I'm sorry. And they're like, okay, we're not really buying your apology. It wasn't heartfelt.
which
He's
was
like,
such bullshit, because
yeah.
did you watch that video?
but then he did it again. And he's like, I'm sorry. And they're like, okay, well, if you're really sorry, you're going to be now an advocate for suicide awareness. And now they basically are like whipping him and
Yeah,
fucking, come
exactly.
on. Come on.
Well,
Exactly.
yeah, because that motherfucker, I don't think he screwed up. I think everybody screwed up by thinking he did something wrong. I forget his fucking name.
Yeah.
But he had like a really good, like a following of like, Disney viewers. It was young teens,
PewDiePie,
early,
same
yeah,
way.
all
Yeah.
that shit. But what he did, if you watch that video, is he doesn't sound like a very genuine individual. So that hurt him, because it's just like, sorry, man, I didn't realize. And you're just
Sorry,
like, I don't buy this.
yeah.
So adults don't buy that. But that's genuine for his audience, and he knows that. What fucked it up is that because of that, they changed the entire monetization on YouTube.
Yep.
So now, like, all these people that were making good livings being content producers aren't getting paid anymore because this motherfucker walked into the suicide force. Every YouTuber goes to the suicide forest. Literally hundreds of them.
Yeah.
They've done documentaries. There's nothing. Everybody knows about it. It's not like some. Oh God. You're going to see some fucking dead motherfuckers in the forest.
yeah.
The fact is, he was wearing a fucking like dinosaur hat or
Yeah.
something. And sort of like,
Just
well,
like a
he's not
fucking
serious.
goofball, yeah.
If you watch that video, he's just like, holy shit, guys, I did not intend for this to happen right now. And
Yeah.
just, he immediately apologized.
Yeah.
And then without anything, went right into sort of like, if you got suicide, like there's people to talk to. This was all in the video that got him in trouble. He did all of the shit they're making him do now in the video that got him in trouble.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. No, it's power. It's
What-
power.
Exactly. People,
Power.
when you get caught doing something, people use it as power over you. That's it. That's what it is. That's why all these dudes get accused. And I wish these motherfuckers would come out like, yeah, I did it. Now what we going to do?
You're right.
If I say I did it, you gonna take everything from me. If I say I didn't do it, you gonna take everything from me. But I'm not finna live an apology.
Yeah.
I'm not finna live an apology. So I did it. Now what? I'm out of here. Okay, I'm gone.
Well, that's the thing is like so many people are just afraid to own their own fucking shit. It's just like, yep,
let me
made
tell you
that mistake. What next?
Hammer, what do I tell you all the time? I'm a goddamn creep. So don't be surprised when some shit come out about me. I'm not gonna take no pussy. I ain't got to. But let me tell you, I'm a creep motherfucker. So, I don't want y'all to find out shit secondhand. Goddamn, I will tell you myself because I'm okay with who the fuck I am. You need to figure out who the fuck you are and be okay with that shit.
On that note, let's try some first episode. Let's see how this rolls. I did put together a headline segment.
This is headlines. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun.
So I can hold on. I don't think the audio will work. It's headlines.
Yeah.
The guy who played Barney the dinosaur now runs a tantric sex business.
Of course
and I
he
know
does.
a lot about this. Like, I read a lot about
Oh,
it.
wow. All right.
Are you an enthusiast of tantric sex or of the guy that played Barney?
So, what is tantric sex? Let me get a.
It's basically edging, but with style.
What's edging?
Oh, okay. So let's
yeah.
go down this. So edging is when you masturbate, but you get right to the point where it's like, yep, I'm going to shoot, and you stop.
Why the
And
fuck
you
would
just-
you do that shit?
You basically hold yourself. The idea is that when you finally do allow yourself to shoot, it's going to be amazing. And you encounter it with...
Every time I shoot, it's amazing. What am I trying to add to this situation,
No,
man?
let's be honest. There's some better ones. You find the right porno that hits you just right. That's a better like jack off than when you're just like in the shower using your memory.
Well, you're releasing more endorphins into your brain, so that's why it feels a lot better because you're like, oh, this is really good. That's it.
But like if you, but
I mean, it's a solid point.
tantric sex is something that Sting, oddly enough, made famous. Not the
Like
wrestler, the musician.
Rock?
Yeah.
Because he can have sex for hours without coming. So it's basically like
That's a disease, motherfucker. That ain't okay.
what it is it's meditation. So you meditate to the point where you can be right on the precipice of coming for hours. So it's just like the best, most
Nigga,
amazing
that's
sex.
Jesus. Who the fuck you know can get this close to not coming, to this close to coming and not come? I ain't got that type of control,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
seriously, if I'm that close and somebody looks at it
I ain't
right.
got no power in my butt cheeks to clench him up enough to hold that nut in my dick. That ain't shit ain't gonna happen. Fuck that
Why
shit.
you got to clench your butt to hold your nut?
Because
You
that's your
don't clench
prostate.
your butt? You don't clench your
I
butt?
don't hold my
Just-
nut. I
I mean, sometimes, sometimes when the booty get to shaking and shit, you be like, God damn it. Think about golf.
don't. Worst case scenario, man.
cheeks
Like
up.
5 minutes later, I'm back and ready to go. Like
I
I can eat a pussy
Nigga, I'm
for 5
going to
minutes
sleep,
while I
goddammit.
recharge.
I'm going to sleep. Fuck that.
I had a problem with that
me
about
a sandwich and
for
a
about
pillow.
2 months after my breakup with this girl I was dating because I really liked her and we broke up. And I would try to jerk off, and I would get to that point where I'm about to fucking go, and then that little voice in my head would be like, she broke your heart. And my dick would be like, he's right, and then it would just fucking fade away, and I'd be like, God damn it! Like it was. Dude, it took me.
That's
it-
edging.
That's edging.
See
Yes.
what you do. See what you do when you have a sex with a girl that you don't particularly like. You bump in the back of her head hard and you knock her head into the headboard every so often. Just boom.
Because she clenches
Yeah.
up. Or
Remember what the fuck you did? No, because you just want to abuse her because she made you mad. Just hit her real hard, just into the headboard. Boom. Every so often. Like every 4 pumps. Not enough to knock out, just enough to let her know that you're not happy with the way she treated you prior.
It's like the most passive aggressive shit fucking I've ever heard of. That's something a white woman talks, isn't it? That is
Hey, let
truly
me tell you
passive
something.
aggressive.
I'm gonna set out to dispel the myth that white women are freakier than black women. I haven't seen it.
I mean, I don't have a lot of experience.
I haven't
just-
seen a
yeah.
lot of black women in piss porn taking logs in the chest.
Look,
so
I've
they'll- on
had
that
2
alone,
women. I've had 2 black women ask me to pee on them.
really?
Yes.
Damn.
Fuck. Because bad daddy issues. Because
I ain't got enough juice to have this conversation. I ain't going there. I know what I can't say. We gonna have that conversation one day. We'll have it one day.
not episode
That'll be the
one.
last one. That'll be the one we know it's time to go the fuck off the L forever. We going dark.
That episode be called Your Mom's Box.
Nah, I'm gonna carry this on forever.
That's a
All
I'll
right.
do this from the road.
All right, so they
Heard of bionic vagina?
Fuck
Made
no,
from
man.
pig intestine, it offers hopes to patients with vaginal disorders.
What the?
Would
so-
you fuck a pig intestine vagina?
If it's in a woman, yeah, I'll put my dick in her.
So-
What? White women got
What if
pink
you're
nipples?
Jewish?
That's like what?
What if you're Jewish?
Oh, good point.
That ain't kosher.
No, you got.
I'm sorry.
That's rough.
Well, you just
But it's a valid point. I'm just
put it
saying.
put it in a butt.
I feel like if
Nah.
you're Jewish, you can probably just afford vaginal reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, I mean,
Go to a nice Jewish doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dr.
you
Rosenbaum.
go to Africa, get you a nice black vagina to put in there, installed and
Oh, I
shit.
thought you were
Yeah.
going to say a nice clitoral fucking circumcision. Sorry.
Man.
Man, that's a dark twist, James.
I'm like,
Like we're trying to rebuild vaginas. James just trying to hack them up more.
Well, if you take the leftover parts from what they do there, couldn't you remanufacture
What was the
vagina
name of
without
the motherfucking movie where the dude was putting they shit holes to the mouths and shit?
the human centipede?
That you
Yeah.
want some human centipede shit, James?
I have still never seen that. Like someone told me the premise, I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
and they made up.
Exactly.
And then they told me they made 2 more of them. I was like,
Yeah.
no, you guys are retarded now.
I
Like,
never seen it either. I just seen like
Oh, you
bits and
can't say
pieces of
retarded.
it.
I can say anything I want. You can't censor me, faggot.
Take that down. Take that down.
You just might.
Dude, but this was pissing me off. Joe, you just said faggot, and I was like, oh, that shouldn't be like that. I'm a dude, man. What the fuck is this shit, man?
The only reason why you should be mad about him saying faggot is the fact that he said it first. You lost money in the pool. It was me you had. And I get why you'd be mad. Other than that, fuck off. Like,
I'm telling you, man.
But I want to know what vaginal disorders can be corrected with pig intestine, because pig intestine commonly used for sausage.
okay.
It's a case.
My guess is it's a tearing issue due to childbirth.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, no,
like,
This is the daddy stitch.
A disorder kind of seems like you were born with it, or it was like something, you know, like
It smells wrong, so let's put some bacon in there. I mean,
It's for hookers that specialize
use maple
in
syrup
police
for
work.
lube and shit. Smack on the ass with a pancake. Yeah, breakfast.
That's a stiff pancake if you can smack an ass with it. It does. I wouldn't want to eat that pancake for sure.
all day.
I'm a creep. I'll smack on the ass, then eat it.
There you go.
Dip it in the.
Put a little syrup in her butthole and just dip it right in there.
Stick that pancake in her twat like it's a fucking newspaper.
Oh.
like in the fucking container thing, and you just.
I can just hear my
I've
shows
never
being
had a
canceled.
pancake that would be shoved into a vagina and then pulled back out. You're basically just cramming cake into a vag at that
No,
point.
but like you eat it out. You eat. It's yeah. All right.
I can just hear my shows being canceled as we speak. I was booked the whole month of February. I'm done now. Y'all go.
You knew this coming in.
Well, I
You knew
was-
this
Oh, yeah, I
coming
already know.
in.
I was doing
It's
dairy
hot.
art before too.
but isn't that the point of this? Let's get it all out.
Yeah. Right.
It's all good.
Doctors are warning people not to hold in sneezes after a man tore a hole in his throat and was hospitalized for 7 days.
Fuck. That's something I'd do.
Why
Jesus
would
Christ.
you hold a sneeze?
I know.
Like your body's
No.
not designed to hold a sneeze. That's the,
whole
dumbest thing ever.
That's the last thing you're thinking of though when that happens. Like I've held seasons before, never again now.
Well, it's like when you go,
yeah.
as
yeah.
opposed
Why
to
would
like,
you even, dude? Sneezing feels amazing. It's like the third thing after coming that feels good. You ever came and sneezed at the same time? Nigga, I do that shit. I
when
don't know
you
how
sneeze
you can
like
I
6
don't know how you
times in a row, dude,
I
that's
don't know how
damn
you
near
can
busting a
recreate
nut.
that, but try. Just have some pepper in your hand. You just stroking and throw the pepper in your face, and I'm telling you, Joe, you gonna blow it through her.
Like Superman style, just a shotgun to the back. Wow.
A speeding bullet.
I agree, because when I was in fucking like high school, like I'm like a sophomore, it was like the teacher like lost his sneeze. You know, he's like, you're like right there, and then it goes away, and he's like, "Oh, I lost my sneeze." It's almost as bad as losing a. And he just stopped, and you're just like, "Huh?" And you think about it, you're like, "Yeah, that's pretty bad." But how do you make it? Because you're right. That's how you like how Buddha got enlightened. Is he figured out how to make that happen? He's like, every time I jack off, I can sneeze right at the right moment.
Yeah.
And then I saw God. I know how the universe works together.
Yeah.
I almost threw my motherfucking shoulder blade out, man. That shit was so powerful.
The bed looks like the car from Dallas. Fucking the Kennedy fucking motorcade car.
But I mean, we've all held in sneezes.
Yeah.
I assume at
yeah.
one point or another, you're in like an art gallery and everybody's got one. You're like, but
No.
how do you blow out your fucking throat?
Like, I'm not just going to try and
Yeah, I'll do
free
something
range.
to it.
Like,
It's coming
I'm
out.
quick to the elbow. I'm quick to the elbow.
But yeah, that's kind of that.
But yeah, man, to blow out your throat for 7 days, like, that's some aggressive shit.
Why would he even be your throat though?
Well,
Because
he
that's the next weakest point of exit. Like, it's going to take the path of least resistance.
Can you imagine what that looked like? Like, you just go like out the side.
No, it's probably like in the throat. Like so, like he probably did it and didn't realize like what the hell's going on.
I picture like an Eli Roth movie, just
Well,
all this stuff coming out
I
of this
think we
hole.
might be thinking outside the body because I mean, the throat
You think it was just like a
it may have been-
rupture in his
But
esophagus?
still, that's gonna be
We're thinking like bloody, gory type
Well,
shit.
that's why I go with
That's-
headlines, not the whole story. Okay. Apparently, lots of families have quote unquote poop knives.
I would like to make an amendment. Lots of white families have poop knives. I know niggas ain't got.
Do you
poop
know
knives
what
in
a
the
poop knife is?
house. No, but I know
All right.
I know niggas don't have them. I'll guarantee you that.
Okay, so
Come on.
let's start here. What's a poop knife, Bear?
I have no clue, man. I've never heard of that shit before.
So, what would you think a poop knife is? Like, I'll tell you.
I
I read the
feel
article.
I feel like it's a knife for cutting poops that are too big to go in the toilet, or it's a knife for prying a poo out of the toilet, or like out of the butt.
So it's a chop up.
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
So the idea,
you
because he
lube
nailed
up the
it.
handle and you tickle the anus, and
So-
then you drop the biggest load, and then you have to cut it up because your plumbing sucks.
Basically, because it's too girthy or long or whatever, it's not going to make it down the hole. So you kind of have to, like, after you stood up and you wiped, you kind of look at that like, I ain't making it down. So you take the ready poop knife that's presumably on top of the toilet paper and, like, cut it so that it'll make it down the drain. And this was discovered. The article. Was
No.
written by
No. The day my butthole releases something so large that my plumbing cannot handle it, my next stop is the emergency room, not let's find a knife to cut this turd up.
I've taken some huge dumps, man. It happens.
What is wrong with your anus?
That's why you can't shit at my house, motherfucker. Either.
It's true. You won't let me finish that. But yeah, no,
like
I-
maybe
you have a
there's
no
a reason it
crunch
only
zone
takes
in your
that
house?
one fart to like.
I won't let him shit in my house. I don't feel like it's gonna go well, man. I ain't got money to
No.
play for pumping, goddamn it.
That is crazy, man. At 600 pounds, I never had a turd so big I couldn't flush it.
I just like how you refer to the turd as girthy. I never. The turd got a lot. Of
If
girth
you
to it.
have a poop knife, call us on a future episode.
yes,
Yes, please.
Like,
I need to
contact
know.
us because I have to know, like, what in the fuck is wrong with your butthole that you need to, like, your plumbing can't handle it.
Oh, that's hilarious. And like I would like to double down. There's definitely white families that have poop. I'm rich white families that
Yeah.
have poop knives.
and it's like a specially
It's like
nice.
sterling silver.
Yes.
It's got a slightly curved handle, so that you don't have to get your hands wet.
Blade is engraved.
See, now I'm gonna have to look out for that shit when I go to white people's house. 'Cause I go there, I'm thinking it's like a butter knife or some shit. And I'm smearing shit all over my goddamn bread because you motherfuckers gonna have poop knives.
I'm gonna
It's
from
in
now
this-
on leave a knife in the bathroom and just not use it. Just it's gonna be there. So when he was like, "Oh yeah, thank God it's here."
Do you know how big your shit got to be to not go down the first opening of the hole so you have to chop it up?
Orange.
That's ridiculous. You know how big that fucking hole is? Your asshole, how your asshole produce something that damn goddamn big? That don't make no
Right?
sense.
It's because you wait and you wait.
I feel like
and
this
you
is
wait.
for a particular
What do you
community
mean you
of
wait
motherfuckers,
and
man.
you wait and you wait?
These are like for
Hey, wait. What do you mean
Because
you
some-
wait and you wait and you wait?
Okay. Let me paint you a scenario. All right,
Please.
Here's the deal. Because I've had some crazy poops in my day.
I believe it. I've heard stories.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, you'll be out somewhere in public and you got to take a shit.
Sure.
And I'm not one of those guys who's fearful of using a public restroom. It's just I don't know. I don't want to ask and then be told no. Because once you go to ask, your
You're ready.
your asshole goes, it's go time.
Like sphincter 4, 5, and 6 have all released at
Yeah.
this point. It's
That's
coming.
why I never ask to use the bathroom. If I really have to do it, if I have to pull over and stop and use it, never go to 7-Eleven because they're finicky, man. Sometimes they just won't let you fucking use the bathroom.
Yeah.
And so I don't fuck with them. I go to like McDonald's or a fast food joint where I can just run in, run out. But like once you think you're gonna take that shit, it's like the same reason why when you got to take a shit and you're driving home, it gets worse the closer you are to your house. And then, like, once you pull up the driveway, you're like fucking, you're running into your house.
It's a signal for your brain.
Yeah.
So your brain's like, oh, we're getting close.
I push that signal to the point where it's fucking like, holy shit, it's DEFCON 1. So when I let rip, it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of it.
Let me explain something to you,
dude. That's
the
so
same amount
bad
of
for
shit
your
would have
intestines.
came out if you didn't hold it.
Yeah.
Than if you did hold it.
No, I know.
Just may have came out a little bit faster, but it was the same amount of shit. It did not grow in girth.
Yeah.
Because you held it.
I mean,
just.
I've had lightning bolt shits though, where all of a sudden you just got a shit right now. You didn't see.
I feel like this is for like ex porn stars that used to get those things that get their butthole to get open real wide.
A speculum.
Are they speculums?
Yeah.
Anything that spreads a vagina or a butthole, or like it's all a speculum.
It
It,
is a
looks like a shoehorn
Yeah.
on a trigger.
All right.
If I'm wrong,
You never seen that shit? That's shit's terrible. Dude.
Scientists just invented an edible pill that can tell you when you are about to fart.
like on your phone, it tells you. Like it sends you. Like,
wow, I like how excited Hamill got. Like he wants to know,
I
and
need
he's
to.
smiling. He's like,
Well,
really? I
this
got
might
to
change
know.
my
I would actually make it like ring my phone and say mom, so that if like I'm with a girl and we're like getting there, I'd be like, oh shit, I gotta take this, just as an excuse to go into the hall and be like,
Dude, we are gonna become some just. We ain't gonna have no dicks. We ain't gonna have no assholes. We ain't gonna have no emotions. We ain't gonna have shit. We just gonna be walking around just minds. That's it. Cause motherfuckers, what the fuck is wrong with farting? It don't kill you to smell some funky shit for a couple fucking minutes. People kill me, man. Just fart and take your motherfucking ass on. Fuck you want to know you gonna
Farting
piss me
feels
off, man.
amazing.
okay, this comes from a guy that accidentally shit himself like moments before penetration. At one point, like I was like, I could let a little squeaker go by. Nope.
How old were
Instead-
you? How old were you?
Let me-
25, and it was
That's
the girl
just
that I'm
irresponsible
currently
on your
with.
part. That's just irresponsible on your
disrespectful, too.
part.
How you gonna
You're
fart
old
right
enough to-
before sex and fuck through
You're
the-
old enough at that point to know that if you're going to do something that's going to take more than 20 minutes, you poop first.
Let have a what devil?
I'm a nervous guy. And, whenever I get the feeling like it's gonna happen, like I'm gonna hook up with this chick for the first time, my stomach's a mess. So I don't know how many times I've been like holding in farts while fucking. It's the worst. Like you ask, like, how many
Ooh, holding in farts while fucking is a good band name.
Yeah. So yeah,
I would take this pill if it told me when I was about to shart.
yes.
Like when it was a fart I couldn't trust.
the kind of technology that can tell me if it's a fart or a shart just roaming around in my body. It's bad enough that
You
it
can
tracks
feel.
my phone.
Let me tell you something though, man. I remember I was getting some oral attention from this girl, and I couldn't hold it no more, and I fought it, and she battled through it, and I was like. I cried, nigga, because that shit was beautiful. Like, like that shit was beautiful. Like, damn, you just going, okay, man, I think we can be together.
Is this love that
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No, I'm out.
Florida woman on horseback charged with DUI.
Oh, of course she was. Oh, Florida.
Good typo on my part.
Yeah.
Shangregged.
I mean, nothing about this story surprises me.
But
Yeah.
how do you get charged with DUI on a horse? The horse decides where you go.
My aunt had a
Because you're
friend-
not in
yeah.
control of your conveyance.
Yeah.
My friend.
That's what determines a DUI.
My aunt had a friend in the mid '80s who got arrested for DWI because he was wasted on rollerblades.
Please stop.
Yeah, I've seen that
tapping
too.
the
Yeah.
mic
I've
stand.
heard that
Sorry.
too. I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Somebody got.
Yeah, like on rollerblades. On rollerblades.
So
I knew a dude in Minnesota got a DUI on a riding lawnmower. And when he went
I
to
think I've
fight
seen
it,
the
when
story
he
about
went to
that, too.
fight it, the judge was like, "You were not in control of your conveyance."
yeah, but it's one thing. Like if your conveyance has its own brain. Like
Okay.
so when self-driving cars become a thing and you're drunk but in the driver's seat, can you get a DUI?
Well, I mean, there'll be legislation that will preside over.
They're
that.
in now, and they're
this is
already
a
on
horse,
the road,
though, man.
But that's all. A horse knows how to get itself from point A to point B.
Yeah.
They've
Also
been here
gotta
longer
understand,
than we
I
have.
will guarantee you this is a fucking law from 1613 to where motherfuckers was riding around drunk on horses all the goddamn time and it just never was taken off the books. Do you know laws never go away? They
Yeah,
stay
wow.
there, and so there's a lot of shitty, fucked up ass laws. I tell motherfuckers all the time, do you know if they really wanted to, they can make niggas slaves again? Because the laws are still there. They just vote to suppress them.
Have you seen 13th Amendment?
What, the movie?
Yeah, it's a documentary on Netflix. It's the most amazing fucking documentary because you realize that the 13th Amendment
Has got some
that
flaws.
freed the slaves
Yeah.
actually ensured racism forever. Because it basically... Okay. Why is the prison population disproportionately black? That's because if you are a felon, you lose all protections of being exempt from slavery. So make them all felons. Find a way. Do whatever you have to do to make license plates, whatever the fuck it is. But it's like 2 hours that you're just sitting there and being like, God damn, that was a hell of a bargain. You know, it's like, well, let's free him now. But somebody was like, we kind of don't. We're going to need it. Walmart uses fundamentally slave labor because they get a lot of their shit made from prison populations.
Well, do you know they're auctioning off not slaves, but prisoners to these companies? The companies are going.
Yes.
And they're actually auctioning off the
Because of
prisoners.
the private prison systems.
Yep.
Yes.
I think it was Florida. The prison system sued the state because they weren't providing them with enough prisoners because they have a contract. So they have to provide
they
them
have
with
to
enough.
remain
And-
at
and that's
95%
only-
capacity or better.
That's only state level. So just to be clear, like federal level prisons are all government owned. There are no private like there
Federal
are at the
ones.
state.
Yeah.
But any state level. So as long as you're at a state level felon, your ass is a slave.
Yeah. And what happened was, and this is what a lot of people don't understand, is they got to the point to where they like, fuck these poor white people too. Put them in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
People don't understand, Joe. The class war that's paramount. Racism is the byproduct of class war.
Correct.
And what a lot of regular white people don't understand is that when it comes down to it, you ain't them. And they gonna look at you as such. They gonna be like, you over there with them. You
Yeah.
know? So
Dave
And-
Chappelle said it best when he's like, they call poor white people trash.
Yeah.
I know that because rich white people told me.
exactly.
Oh yeah, no, that's just the way it is. I mean, but
And he don't even, and them just rich white people. I'm talking about the motherfuckers that's at the top. Dave Chappelle don't know them. I'm
Right.
talking about the motherfuckers that run the shit.
The
'Cause
Rothschilds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The motherfuckers that run the shit. It makes no sense that in the time we live in social media, you know what everybody's doing. You don't know what these motherfuckers doing. You don't know where their kids at. You don't know where they
fucking
kicking
smart
at.
enough not to be on Facebook.
Huh? But you would think it would be a paparazzi out there like, let me see what these motherfuckers doing. Get your ass killed if you want to.
Well, I mean, a lot could be said because that's the whole thing with, and not to politicize this, but that's the whole thing with like the Hillary and Bill Clinton Foundation. How many people that try to fuck with that end up dead?
Somebody just got killed.
Yes,
He was about
like-
to testify.
And
Dead.
and I don't think that the Clintons are having people killed, but you're connected with the right group. I mean, fucking Bill's a Rhodes Scholar. He made it to president out of fucking Arkansas, being like, no, doesn't work like that. Like, there's things at play that you're just like,
Dude, have you ever seen the documentary Why We Fight?
no.
I think it was Eisenhower. He was saying like he said this back then. He's like, I'm the president. He like, I don't know what's going on. He like, I don't know what's going on in the government. But he was a general in the army, so he knew that a shit ton of money, I think it was some astounding percentage of the money that was coming in the government was going into arms.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck?
military industrial.
And he was the
complex.
one that came up with that whole idea of that, and that was from that. And he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And he was in like, he's like, "Do you know how hard it is to know everything that you have to know, or people think you know as the president? You not only got to be accountable for America, you got to be accountable for the world. You know what I'm saying? Because you fucking America." He's like, "I don't know what's going on." So that was way back then. So you see now, Donald Trump has done absolutely nothing but sign bills. That's it. He just put his signature on shit and say dumb shit. That's all. He's done nothing as a president.
Well, he's. I think the interesting thing, and I'm not advocating for Donald Trump as president, but I think in a plus side, I'm glad we've hit rock bottom because there's nowhere to go
Dude,
but up.
see, this y'all
But-
problem.
and-
Y'all think that these motherfuckers ain't got this shit planned out, man. You have motherfuckers that have been set back and looked at human nature for a long time and know how to tweak the population to get what the fuck they want.
And that's the part I agree with because what it does is it demonstrates how useless a president really is. Like a president can use his power if he chooses to, but at the end of the day does nothing. There are people in government that have been there for 50 fucking years that are going to know more than any fucking president ever fucking will.
Exactly.
Because it's in their interest for the president who's going to be there for fucking at most 8 years. Doesn't need to know this shit. I think that you see Trump having almost no cabinet. He's fucking fired or they've all quit.
Yeah.
And everything's still running. I get to work every day. Gas still flows. The fucking power still works.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Like, we don't need this shit. We don't need all these useless fucking people because it's not run by any of them.
We know. Let me tell you something. People do not want to pull that curtain back because that destroys everything.
They should, though.
But people are afraid.
I want to see the wizard.
You can't even say shit to a person about how they look now. You think a motherfucker want their reality stripped from them?
Fuck. We all should. Fucking anarchy. Bloody fucking revolution.
You're an open-minded person. You're like me. I'm like, we need to shut all this shit down because you can't. People are too hurt. Too much. We have done too much shit to one another to forgive one another. So we can get over this whole we gonna come together and kumbaya because it ain't gonna happen because you gotta understand. This is what I tell people. When you're a black person and you look at racism, everybody knows racism is wrong now. Even if you agree with it, you know it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Even if you want to say, okay, white people are superior to black people, you know it's wrong on the human level.
Sure.
But, God damn it, you motherfuckers with this shit smoke.
Nice.
But for us, it's an emotional thing. Like when I see images of black people hanging from trees and white families under them having picnics, which these kids are still alive today. These motherfuckers are still out here in the world that's saying this shit. It's an emotional thing to me. You're going to look at it like, damn, that's fucked up. But I'm hurt by it because I have an emotional attachment to it. So it's hard for black people to have serious conversations about race relations to even get past it because it's going to get emotional. It's not going to be logical.
But so you raise an interesting point. Take that same image. So as a white person, I get brought up and you see images like that. And my association is my people look like the ones having a picnic. So I should be fundamentally less upset by the fact that we did this because that's what people that look like me did. Like, to take the other side of that coin. Like, that's why it still exists because those images exist. And some youth, any of us, even adults, look at that and can just associate. It's like, well, the white people in this scenario get to eat fucking PB&J. So why do I need to feel bad?
And then I tell people, all the conditioning, even past that, music and TV. You know what I'm saying? I tell motherfuckers, the only thing I knew about white people was the Brady Bunch. You know what I'm saying? So I see the perfect life. I see
dad's gay.
I do mother and father, house, kids, dog. I see the perfect life. Then I see niggas on TV getting arrested, this, that, and the other. So I think that's my reality because I live it. I'm surrounded by it, but I'm also seeing it depicted on TV. So this must be what it is. Yep. And I look at it from the other side. You see a white suburban girl growing up in the cul-de-sac, and she's seeing all these negative images. So she's like, well, niggas must be like that because they aren't around me.
Exactly.
So they must be like that. So that's what I believe. And I actually had somebody tell me about that. I did a show at I forgot what I was at, some brewery. Girl came with me afterwards, and I did some jokes. You know my type of humor. Sure. I did some jokes. She was like, man, you was great. She like, I forgot what I said, but she was like, I was out in Chicago at Wrigley Field. Came outside of the game. It was a big fight. It was two groups of white dudes, different opposing teams, got into it and a fight and stuff, and then they came in and broke it up. The police came afterwards, and it was a group of black dudes standing there. Police instantly rushed the black dudes. Get them. And so the girls were like, no, they didn't do anything, right? And they didn't want to talk to them. They fucked around and arrested them black dudes. And then the news showed up. And the girls was up there like, we know what happened. We was here the whole time. The news wouldn't even talk to them. No. They wouldn't talk to a motherfucker that wasn't even around. Some silly-looking motherfucker.
Because it drives the narrative.
Exactly, yeah. And that's what she learned. She like, so when I see stuff on TV, I see that it's being conditioned to make me think something. Because I was here, I knew it happened, but they didn't want to talk to me. They wanted to talk to somebody that was going to feel the narrative of some dumbass black motherfucker on TV. That shit pisses me off so much when they find the ignorant nigga around the scene.
I swear the man called UPS.
Yeah, motherfucker, I went and got me a cold pop. I hate that bitch. Man, it's just, and that's what they do, and people don't understand that. And a lot of white people that they're good people, they believe that wouldn't happen, and it's hard to say that motherfuckers are that evil to do that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't believe that if they aren't a part of it. And you're not a bad person if you don't believe it. You just never experienced it, and you never went through it, and you want to believe that people are innately good. So you're thinking no one would do that to you just because you're black when it happens all the time.
For sure.
Yeah.
I grew up as close to black as you can get as a white guy, and I definitely grew up poor. Like, They're quick to lock up anyone at my high school for anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because the same thing that happens in the hood happens in the trailer parks. But it doesn't fit the narrative to put that out there as much, so you just focus on the black dudes. You focus on the black people. And like I say, poor white people get fucked over too.
Oh, yeah.
They kill both poor white motherfuckers, they kill black motherfuckers. It's just they want to put the black people out there because that plays into the narrative.
Well, think of what they're covering.
Oh,
too.
for sure. That was my biggest beef with Black Lives Matter. Like, I think all lives matter, and cops are shooting white guys 3-1 over black guys all across the country all year long.
But that wasn't the reason why that was founded, though. See,
But that's what they turned it into.
No, that's what the white people turned it into because that's what they do. When black people say we got a problem, it's like, well, yeah, we all have problems. So let's all. But no, we brought this up because you shooting niggas. The problem wasn't you shoot white people. It was you was shooting niggas and it was on TV.
It's not about equity here.
Exactly.
It
was something that was made for a direct reason, and then motherfuckers didn't want to face that reason because everybody want to stand behind these funk ass cops. And so now it was like, oh, all lives matter. So now it makes you sound stupid. It makes you sound arrogant for saying, well, my life matters more than yours, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is that right now you see niggas getting shot on TV.
But going back to TV because that's what
that's the narrative.
That's the narrative.
Yeah.
So you're in a position where it's like, if this is happening, the facts show disproportionately happening more with white people because. I mean, the facts should just carry that. There are more white people in the U.S. than there are black people. However you want to call that division. So, and the number of cop killings, if you will, just logic should at least drive it more towards white, even though it is somewhat disproportionate. But you're in a position where you saw that shit from a white perspective.
Yeah.
So and so how do you feel about, I know you said like all people matter, but from your perspective, seeing people like you've been fucked by the legal system.
Oh yeah.
Which we don't talk about,
felon. But I got beat by cops when I was like 14. Like I grew up poor in the hood.
But that's why I say, this is my thing. I feel like white cops should not be able to police black neighborhoods because you do have that conditioning to fear black people. You have that condition, and it comes. And when this is what I tell people. I don't believe a lot of these cops are afraid when they say they shoot these motherfuckers, but I do know true fear. And when true fear hits you, you have no control. You go into ultimate self-preservation mode. So you're gonna do whatever it takes to get that fear away from you. So I do think that is a possibility, but when you show the videos and you show a motherfucker chase you down and hunt you down, then you know it's bullshit. And now you got all of these, you got Facebook groups with all these cops in it, talk about, beat the niggas up, do all this shit. And these are groups of cops in these Facebook groups. They find text messages and shit like that. So you see it's something that runs rampant in there. And also what goes on in America plays a big difference in the way, because there are good white people that I feel like get badgered because of the shit that happened in the past to where they like, fuck niggas.
I have a thought on that, but you had a thought. Please do.
Go ahead.
Say you had all black cops policing black neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. Do you think black people would still just trust the institution of police?
No, but then you
never.
Then you cut off a huge segment of now. It's not now. I can't be like it's racist because now it's my own people. And plus, like I say, I'm a black person. I know how to deal with black people. If you're a white dude, you came for the fuck. I feel like if you have to be a part of that community and know the people in the community. That's the way it used to be. It used to be to where you would roll up, you knew the motherfuckers, you knew who the troublemakers was, you knew who the drunks was, you knew who everybody was, you knew what they was going to do. Now you bringing people from cul-de-sacs to police the hood, you already, that's a fucking dangerous combination right there.
This is, and you hit on it there. Is one of my things is, it used to be that the cop that you were on his beat, you knew that cop. The cop was there not to protect anything other than you and that community. And where that went away is when patrols started just being driving in circles. There's no human interaction.
Also became a revenue thing too.
Yeah, but
for sure.
You tell a cop, like, you got to walk your beat. You got to, hey, you're District 6, you know what? This 20 block, like, for your 8-hour shift, you walk up and down. And we'll have other cars, so if shit goes down, they'll pick you up and go. But it's like the point of the police is not to be militant. It's to be a member that helps that community be that community.
That is their job.
That
now.
cop hasn't existed since the
These are-
40s.
Joe, let me tell you
Correct.
something.
Since they got rid of the call box, basically.
These cops right now ain't shit but hired henchmen. Because let me tell you, I've met cops out here. Matter of fact, I just gave this dude a lift. He used to be a cop, right? Said he like, I hate cops now. He grew up and he was a bad kid, but he's like, it was one cop that took him under his wing. He said, I'm not going to let you do what I did. He's like, I was bad like you. He like, I knew all I needed was some guidance. So he's like, I'm going to give you that guidance. Dude got straight, became a cop because he wanted to pay homage to dude. He became a cop. He said it was so fucking corrupt. He said the first thing that got him was the mayor's wife of the town he was in, car was getting towed. And the dude had the car up on the tow truck, and the mayor's wife was out there going crazy. So he came up, talked to the dude, got off the tow truck, but he gave her a ticket because she wasn't wrong. She went and gave to her husband, police chief. He got reprimanded for giving the mayor's wife a ticket. Then he was like, but the one thing that made him quit was that they had him stake out this one dude's house. He was outside. He trailed this dude, went outside his house for a week. Dude never did nothing wrong. So he went, he wrote a report, gave it to his commander. The commander was up to like, well, nothing happened. He's like, no. He's like, you can't make nothing happen? He's like, what do you mean make something happen? So they took him off, put somebody else on. He said that night the dude was in jail. They raided his house. So he's like, I feel like they just wanted to raid dude's house. He's like, I couldn't be a part of that. He like, that's not what I thought it was. These motherfuckers are henchmen, man.
Sure.
All right.
And a machine built to build revenue.
Yeah.
Speaking of black equality, cuckolding can be positive for some couples, study says.
Fuck this noise completely.
That is
Fuck
the
you.
dumbest shit
It is.
ever.
Fuck you, dude. No, see, this is okay. We're gonna go on the whole bringing up feminism stuff. This is them testing the waters. Women want to cheat and they don't want to feel bad about it. Because whenever we do it, we're dogs, we're awful people. But whenever they do it, it's like, I'm finding love, and you weren't there for me.
Women can validate anything through their feelings,
and that's what it is. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make this seem like it's like, and it's not. I wouldn't, dude.
They want to have the man that's going to take care of them, bring
that.
them flowers and shit. Then they want a big black bull to come in.
Yeah, like you want, but the best
and beat
of both.
the pussy up.
No, not happening. Fuck that. Not a chance.
Jacob's like, fuck you. Better take this small dick and be happy. Goddammit.
No. You don't know me, sir. You know.
Hamill swinging lumber.
I can. I do.
But you know
Hamill
what?
might be one of them freaky looking motherfuckers, man.
I'm not
Don't
saying
look like
that.
he ain't packing shit. Pull his pants off, got a 10-inch dick that he dropped down to his ankle.
That's why he's going bald. He just keeps pulling on his scalp.
Pulling the follicles back
Right.
in.
I don't know. Like, I don't think cuckolding is the answer unless you're just like super comfortable with everything. I guess maybe I'm not that comfortable in the universe. I don't need to
think
watch
it's-
another dude bang my old lady.
Fuck
Fetishes,
that.
man. It's just a fetish.
Sure,
Everybody
and
likes
to each
different
their own.
shit. Some motherfuckers like to see motherfuckers.
I gotta question monogamy at this point, though. Like, I've had
Monogamy
three
is
major,
bullshit.
yeah,
Well,
'cause
we've
I've had
had
like
this
three
conversation.
major
Yeah.
like relationships go to shit.
Let me tell you what this is what it is. Women want monogamy because they aren't us. They can't go out and fuck and not get attached. But what women don't know is they're putting themselves into a corner because the older I get, the less I want to fuck. The older you get, the more you want to fuck.
I disagree.
What you disagree?
I disagree 100%.
Let's go. What you need?
Because guys have to work a hell of a lot harder to get fucked
Yeah.
than girls do. So guys want to find a chick and say, oh, yep, I got guaranteed fucking pussy.
Nah.
That's the dream.
Well, yeah,
that's
no.
that's the dream because
this
the
is the
Bible says, to bring it back, the Bible says that this is basically my sex slave till death do us part.
Look,
the girls
we want-
know that at a drop of a hat, they can go into a bar. I don't care if you're 15 to fucking 95. They can all go out and play the right game and they get a dick.
Yeah, I agree. But you want companionship at home. You want to come home to something.
That's
but
a
you
whole
still want to
different
fuck.
story.
But you still want to fuck different pussy though.
You want to, but are you willing to sacrifice guaranteed pussy?
See, you thinking like a woman, man. You thinking like a
no.
woman.
No,
you thinking like a woman, man.
Well, then
you thinking like a woman with that
that's-
guarantee. I get what you're saying. Let me tell you something. As a man, let me tell you, we were having this talk. I am confident in my abilities to go out and mentally get pussy. I'm not. A lot of dudes, they'll attach to a woman that's giving them something, and they take it because they think that's the only thing they can get. I'm not that dude. And that's how women control you, because they know they're like, oh, he don't want to let this go, and so they control you under the disguise of you not wanting to let them go because you don't think you can go out there and get some pussy like you got.
But that's a byproduct of. Do you want to put in the effort to go hunt fucking pussy?
We men, we supposed to fucking hunt. That shit feel. You mean to tell me when you go out?
I want to hunt fucking deer and shoot guns and drink whiskey.
You ain't never talked a woman down. That shit feel good to the motherfucker. Especially when it's a girl you don't think you can get. You're like, damn, I'm gonna go out here and just try.
Well, I will give you that. You're absolutely right. But there is something to. Okay, I've got my consistent pussy. Guys are not multitaskers. We're not able to have fucking really solid hobbies. And
what the fuck?
Like,
we the hobbies, dude.
No,
what are you talking about, man?
We're not, as men, we're not good at like doing multiple things. So like, we want to spend some time.
Man.
We want to spend time doing a podcast. I want to spend some time building this, doing that. But I also need to come. So I also have to spend time going finding a thing to come inside. Like, if you can knock one off the list, like that's the way. Generally,
hey, to each their own. You like to have like, hey, this is what it is. I got my TV dinner when I get home. I just eat that and I'm good. Every night I eat that same TV dinner and I'm happy. Goddamn it, chicken Alfredo every motherfucking night for the rest of my life.
I don't know. Thoughts? Anybody else?
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I completely get it.
I get what you, and I agree with you. Like this. Look, let me tell you something. This is what I want. I want a girl that likes girls.
A three-holer.
And that will come like, hey, I got this girl, and it is what it is. So that way, I have a girl. We got a trust thing, and I still fulfill my need to get strange on the side.
I mean, it's a sound theory, and I hope it works out well for you. I like where your head's at. I don't know.
Y'all act like that shit is so out of reach. It's motherfucking people out here that run cults that have motherfuckers willing to kill themselves for them. So you think you can't talk a girl into having a girlfriend? It just depends on how strong you are mentally. That's all it is.
I'm still laughing at three-holer.
Let's do one more because we're gonna have to get the fuck out of here.
That just was here. Yeah.
Oh shit, we already?
Yeah, we're close. Yeah.
Damn. I did.
Masturbating at work is a doctor-approved stress reliever.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you.
Every job I've ever
Anybody
had.
here masturbated at
Every
work?
job I've ever had.
Yeah.
See, y'all motherfuckers.
Not at my current job.
Not at my current job.
No.
I've got
Every job I've ever had.
How you fucking
really?
Yeah.
Good bathroom, like
what?
I don't need a good bathroom. I just need a place where I can stand and not have to touch anything if I don't want to. You know what I mean?
Look, this motherfucker has jerked off so much he can mentally jerk off. He just stop and just out of here, motherfucker.
All of a sudden,
I'm not gonna lie. If I mentally pregame, dude, I can like turn my time down by like half.
Mentally pregame. How do you mentally pregame? Is it just images?
It's just like I'll have a thought enter my mind, and my mind will like I'm the type of person where you give me any idea, I can make a whole backstory like that and just run with it.
Fair enough.
And my mind will do that with anything. Like I see a hot chick bent over, and I'm like, boom. Like my mind's like she's bent over because she did this, and now you can walk up and do this, and my mind just runs. Like, for me, when I look for porn, I don't give a fuck what the chick looks like. I don't give a fuck what the dude looks like. As long as the dude shuts the fuck up and the chick makes good noises, I just use the audio.
You are fucking sick, man. God damn.
Why am I sick?
Girls got to make good noises. A guy's got to keep his fucking mouth shut because I don't want to hear that'll be like.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that either, but like, I like motherfuckers that look good.
I don't watch the video. I just listen to the audio.
You want it to make sense, is what you're saying.
No, I don't want it to make sense. I want it to look good.
When you see two people fucking on TV, you want to make like the dude and the chick. Like you want to. This makes sense. When you see like a fat dude plowing like a 10, you're like, what the fuck, man? Like this is.
Oh, do you know why they do that? So fat guys feel like they've got a chance. It's the same reason that like so many sitcoms have a funny fat guy with a hot. Oh,
I'm
for
telling
sure.
Y'all need to understand, man. It's not about what you look. That's not what women want. Women want a mind, a strong mind. If you got a strong mind, you can talk yourself up on women.
Yeah. Have you ever been able to come to a porn video on mute?
Dude, that's serial killer shit, man.
No. Because I'm with Bear on this. It's like
dudes,
it's
man.
about the sound.
Y'all motherfuckers
you got to hear the sound.
Jerking off.
Yeah.
I got to hear the slapping. I got to hear her being like, "Holy fuck, you stretched me out.
I do like
I
sounds.
know all that
I do
shit.
like sounds. I do
Right?
like sounds. That's
I'm
what I'm
an
saying. That's some
auditory
serial killer
person.
shit.
But
That's-
I mean, it's like jacking off to the pages in a magazine. Like you kind of do that, but that's like t-ball.
Yeah, like you're learning how to play the game now.
fuck you talking about? Who jerking off the magazines? Is this the 80s?
No, like but
Oh, but it was when we went through puberty.
Yeah,
Exactly, but I'm a grown ass man. I wish the fuck I would.
But you're
jerk
saying
off to a
like
static
Yeah.
picture.
but you're
I miss those days.
We're worried about what they look like.
You can go
It's
back
like-
to them, buddy.
I worry about what they sound like. Like, we'll save this for a future show. I found an entire website that's just sex sound.
White
Like
guy
it's like an
serial
hour
killer
and a
shit,
half.
man. White dude serial killer shit. That's what that
Why?
is.
Because I'd rather use my imagination and envision something than
Yes.
like watch
Yes,
some chick
motherfucker,
get
that's
plowed on
exactly
a couch.
Imagination.
Dude, once you've seen one white chick with big tits get fucked on a couch in 3 positions, you've seen every white chick with big tits get fucked on a couch in
No,
3
you haven't, man.
positions.
It's different. It's different, man.
19-year-old Brazilian woman swallows her phone to prevent her boyfriend from stealing her memes.
really.
Would it be better if it was like stealing her contacts?
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah.
Oh, some
Man,
pictures
what
or
in the shit is going on in Brazil?
Because this was an excuse. You know, it's
No.
like he was going to
Yeah.
steal my memes. Like, nah, I
No.
steal memes
No.
all day long. It's like my business.
This woman's retarded.
You can just go to a social media and
chick-
steal the memes if she's putting the memes on it.
This chick is retarded, and you can't call people retarded in Brazil anymore. So they have to treat this like a real thing.
Okay, now the boyfriend, I think his spider sense was tingling about this bitch not being loyal, and he was like, "Let me see your phone." And then she ate it, and then to cover up her eating it, it's like you just want to steal my memes because probably they both like memes, you know.
Nope, that's just gay as fuck. This bitch
There's no
swallowed
way.
a
No.
phone. She's fucking retarded.
In fucking Brazil, there is
They
no
panicked.
way a 19-year-old is worried about her memes.
She's worried about
she
her
was
wife.
I don't know.
she was
Yeah.
taking
That's what I'm
dicks
saying.
from
That's what I'm-
multiple dudes
I'm saying she's using the memes as an excuse.
to the press.
Yes,
I agree.
I'm not saying she did it because
No,
of memes.
she's
Yeah.
fucking retarded.
this is
She
bullshit.
swallowed a phone.
This is bullshit. This is dumb.
It had to be a
Swallow phone.
flip phone.
I don't
right?
know, like, what type of phone? What you got? A jitterbug or
There's
something?
no way I'm taking an
Yeah,
iPhone
jitterbug.
6S in any
Exactly.
hole that I have on my
You're
body.
not taking any modern day cell phone down the throat unless something wrong with your throat or something right.
Yeah, but how much of Brazil is in the modern day?
Depends on how you think about it. It's either something real wrong with your throat or
You know,
Well,
something
in
right.
the favelas, you got to
Yeah.
get by.
If she ate one of those old school Nokia phones, and she'll shit it out, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, but you can't keep memes on an old phone.
Ah, touche.
That was indestructible, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, you had that Opera browser, right?
Oh my!
And it said
fucking
it was just say it
God.
didn't give a fuck.
Gay lovers find out they are brothers, and it was because they thought they were white. No, I'm just.
Well, what?
I wonder how that happens. Like
How
they
did-
just like
Were
estranged.
they like adopted? Oh,
It's the worst parent trap twist you didn't see coming. Like
Yeah.
they both wound up living in a suburb of Cleveland, and they hooked up on Grindr. Like, yeah, this is great, man. He loves everything I love. We're both Pats fans. Like,
It's like I'm fucking myself, man. It's like I'm looking at them.
Yeah.
This is great.
The porn version of fucking Parent Trap. Holy shit! Is that a fucked up thought?
Lindsay Lohan, huh?
tell me I'm wrong, man. They were lovers. Gay lovers find out they're brothers, not like two gay friends found out they were brothers, not two black dudes found out, you know what I mean? Just gay lovers found out they were brothers. That's when you're lazy. That's when, like, the chick that you tried to bang before you realized you were gay looked like your mom.
Oh,
God damn, man.
God.
Some deep rooted issues, man.
So
Time check.
8,
Boom.
God damn.
8:01 actually.
Well, it was a good run while it lasted. I don't think we'll be back ever again.
Fuck that. We'll be back next week.
We might be back.
Next week we'll be figuring out what's going on with the audio stuff. But yes, we'll be back and better than ever. You motherfuckers.
I might have
I'm
to
not
bring
going to
my
make any
mixer.
promises other than we'll be back.
We'll see.
To